Hedera Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Hedera Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Hedera Finance, we are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Hedera Live. Just had a bit of birthday parties today. Got some family in town, but still wanted to just hop on here and just go over some stuff. See that the dip in PDI. A lot of people kind of seem deflated and like, yeah, this is going to kind of stretch out now. Obviously, other people are super bullish, but just wanted to jump on here, look at some stuff, see what's going on with our favorite PRC20s, some of our favorite coins here in the ecosystem. PulseX, PulseX dipping, ink dipping. It's a bloody day. Bloody day. I don't know if this is par for the course, if it's FTX. I know they are going to start dumping, but it's not as bad as I thought. I think it's like $25 to $50 million at a clip they can sell. So it's not going to be anything crazy, but still going to be something we got to look out for. Let's check some of our PRC20s, and man, is it bloody. The only thing green here is our gem anchor. Look at that. Gotta love that. Bouncing back hard. Let's go. Godfather J6. David Lee. What up, my man? Appreciate you stopping by. Godfather J6, as always. Legend. I didn't realize when I made the stream like an hour and a half ago, I set it for tomorrow night by accident. So probably no alerts went out. Because when I redid it, it was like 20 minutes before the stream. I think it does like a half-hour alert. But man, a Tropa down under a cent. Look at this. I did not see this coming, but it is what it is. You know, actually, that's not true. I thought it was going to dip, but not as severely. I thought we were going to kind of do this right here. But you know what? Get it over with quick. Let's start this new week, and then maybe the Thursday pump. You know, so what's that going to be? Sunday, so 25th, so 28th. Right here. Maybe we can get that Thursday pump back. We'll see. But, you know, if you believe in a Tropa, if you believe even Teddy Bear just dipped. Oh my God. I thought the volume, that was all one candle. But sheesh, I'm glad I got out. You know, I took profits, got out of Teddy Bear. I got out of a Tropa. I got out of PDI. I got out of PDI at like 1,700, I think. And I put it all into Pulse Reflections. Shout out to Zach over there. And I'm getting paid like, I think I've about $350 in Pulse Reflections. And I'm getting paid, where the hell is it? Oh, it's under 2,000 now. So it's dipping too. I'm getting paid like 15,000 Pulse Chain a day. So I'm loving it right now. You know, it's paying me like 1,000 to 1,800 Pulse Chain every couple hours. So if you don't know about Pulse Reflections, definitely check it out. You know, I think it's going to be the non-dumping safe moon of the Pulse Chain. You know, they're the guys that are the admins in the community that are kind of behind it. Not behind it, but taking ownership of the community. Zach and these guys, I like them. You know, I had a good time with Zach on stream. Super cool guy. And he's passionate about this. You know, this is kind of his baby now, in a sense. So I'm supporting him. Gonna keep supporting him. And guys, yeah, this is just part of crypto. If you're new, you jumped into the PDI stuff, haven't really been around. par for the course right here. So my strategy now is to find the coins that are down the most that I like. So let's see, P-Die. Wow. So I don't even remember when I put these lines in here, but you can see, I mean, these are definitely bots doing this. I don't think it's retail dumping. Obviously, people are getting shaken out. That's par for the course, but maybe we come down to like 6,800. What's it, like 6,500? I think that's where I'll be looking to jump in. If we break through there, we're going down to 5,000 ish. So I'm gonna wait and see. Like I said, I bought some more pulse reflections. I'm a believer in that. Some more DEX tools. The LUSD. I don't know if there's anything behind that, but I tossed a little bit in it. I'm a degen at heart. And then I love my blue chips over here. The Quant, Quant has been holding up phenomenally. Illuvium seems to not even move. When these horrible capitulations happen, yeah, look at that Illuvium, 24 hours, nothing. So Illuvium, I got to look at the liquidity pools. There's probably actually only an Illuvium wrap pulse, I'm guessing. Illuvium and wrapped ETH. Okay, there's nothing in there. About $600. So yeah, the only pair is in Pulsechain. So that's why. When you see the Atropa pairing up with all these other coins, it's the gift and the curse, because when Atropa is pumping all these other coins, even if there's no volume and no one buying them, they're gonna lift up. And when Atropa is dumping like this, they're gonna suffer the same fate. And that's why, like, Quant, Illuvium, Compound, there's 3 or 4 Aave that for me that I hold have kind of decoupled. And look at this chart of Aave. I mean, that's flipping beautiful right here. We've only dipped 3% in 24 hours, and we're trending in a great direction. I mean, this is on the daily. So Alan must have been using my computer. So, but yeah, that daily chart, that is beautiful. That's a thing of beauty. I love it. So Aave, I bought some more of that. Like, when did I get it? Maybe like a day or two ago. I don't care. Anything under 10, 15 cents, I'm happy to buy. I really believe in Aave, even though we have the fame fork of it. I just think that the blue chips, people are going to come over and trade them. It was the same thing last cycle, I think, with Matic. When the ETH gas fees started to get expensive, in our Discord server, there was a lot of people in there that only had like $100 or $200, and they didn't want to just blow it on gas. So a lot of people were going over to Matic or to Polygon, and they were going over to Binance and buying these altcoins because you could save a ton on the fees. And that, with Pulsechain already being number 2, I just can't imagine we're not going to steal all that volume from these other chains. People are going to come over and trade here because it's cheap. There's an awesome community. It's the place to be. It's real DeFi. And if we can push those narratives, real DeFi, no admin keys, no VC money, I think the casino, we have so many things going for us. Sami has been awesome lately with his ideas for marketing, with putting together all the different projects in those charts. I remember seeing the like XRP, XLM, ISO ones, and like I swear they weren't even real. People had like 50 different banks and companies with arrows pointing everywhere, and it just looked cool and it got people excited. So I think people are going to keep doing that. He'll keep coming up with ideas, and hopefully he starts to be the one that's like the marketing leader for the community. And he's the one that, because he's got such a big following, and as fast as people created that image or the project ecosystem image, I think people will be doing it for anything that can draw new eyes in. I mean, what else is there to do right now in the bear market? You know, I mean, actually, we are in the bull market. I shouldn't say that, because I know when we look back, we're gonna say, yeah, the bull market started this year. You know, Bitcoin was at 15K to start the year, and then we're not going to go back there. So we've been slowly creeping up. So I think we're going to look back and people are going to say, yeah, this was the bull market here. It doesn't feel like it. That's why I've been telling people, like, you got to accumulate now. Like, we're going to run out of time and these things flip so fast. Just think back to January when HEX started pumping and got to 10, 12 cents when Singularity Net and the AI narrative and render all started going ballistic. It felt like, oh my God, is the bull market here again? And we haven't had anything like that all year. And I think we're going to get some fireworks. My prediction, mid to late October, like the 16th to 20th, around there. I think we're going to start to see things popping off. And we are in Rectember right now. That is for damn sure, Cody. And it sucks, but you know what? Like, I took hopefully you guys did too. You guys were able to take profits before this real bad dip came. I mean, like, I don't want it when things are pumping. Like, yeah, it's fun to ride the hype train, but the only thing I'm stuck holding right now is my WBTC. But I don't care. I have more than I did, and I was gonna sell it at like 142-ish, and I didn't. But what are you gonna do? You know, I would have been able to buy in right now and have another coin. But whatever. Can't win them all. And I'm glad I'm only getting pounded on this coin that I was looking to take profits on and I didn't. So, you know, can't win them all. So, all right, guys, getting to some news. There's a lot of stuff here. I want to talk about, like, just overall, now is not the time to get fudded out of your bags. You know, it is great when I look and I see I'm getting 15,000 pulse chain a day on my like $300 in pulse reflections. So I'm going to start taking profits in these other degen plays and putting them into pulse reflections just so I can keep getting that pulse chain. And I'm thinking, all right, 15,000 a day, you know, so in a week, that'll get me 100,000. You know, so when the price 10x's, what's that going to be worth? When the price 20x's, what's that going to be worth? And as I keep accumulating more and get paid more, like, I love it. So I'm going to keep doing it, keep stacking my pulse reflections. There it's out, man. The sinks in life. Zach, what up, my man? Was giving you some shout outs earlier. Like, I'm loving the pulse reflections. Loving it. My profits are going in there. No one else has been live on this. It was a bit nice to see it stream up. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna start like do it like the late night show. Hell yeah, bro! I screwed up when I put the stream out like 2 hours ago. I accidentally set it for tomorrow night, and I didn't realize it till like 20 minutes before I went live. So I don't think you get notifications unless it's like a half hour or more before. So definitely fuck that one up, but it is what it is. So, guys, this was interesting. I just saw this before I came on stream. I want to talk about it because I saw the dollar is actually pumping. I think we've had like 4 or 5 weekly candles green. And typically that's horrible for crypto, you know, and that could be a reason why these markets are dumping, but I don't think so. I think there's something going on behind the scenes with the big boys. But to see this right here is going to, I think, start to be what creates the fireworks, because we inevitably are going to start printing more money. And that's just going to start flowing into risk on assets. In my opinion, you know, the money markets are great at 5.25%, but that's only another 6 months or so. And the crypto markets, I feel like, are trading 6, 8, 9 months out in advance. I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like this cycle is going to trade so much faster, and it's going to end quicker with a blow off top, and people are going to be left holding bags, because I don't think we're either going to have a 2017 massive bull run, or it's going to be another disappointing slow creep up, because the bug eaters that are in charge of the markets, that own such big supplies, they can just manipulate and keep Bitcoin ranged, Ethereum ranged. And that's why we're so lucky to be in this ecosystem, because we don't have that big money behind it. We don't have the VC funds. We don't have just the pressures of these other ecosystems. We have real DeFi, real projects. So my prediction is that Bitcoin is going to pump up to like 40K before the end of the year and then retrace before the halving. But definitely could be wrong. Nagabo's glass ball or crystal ball has been broken. It was found to have a crack in it, so we can't trust it anymore. So while this happened, interesting development took place. Bitcoin's correlation with the US dollar index has hit a remarkable milestone of 0. Should investors look at this update with a bullish notion, or is BTC waiting another price correlation? So, guys, this is really bullish. The fact that they're admitting this publicly, I'm bullish as hell. So, where's that other article? Where'd it go? It was the Binance article. So Binance, right here, there it is. So they, with the SEC lawsuit, they just filed for a dismissal, saying that the SEC ruling should dismiss this case. And I'm really curious to see what happens. If that's going to show if this really was just smoke and mirrors and just the SEC just throwing charges at anybody they can to get anything to stick. And if it really is like a just chickens with their head cut off, we sue anybody, or is there really more behind this? Do they actually have a plan to go at Richard Hart to eventually go at Ethereum? I don't think so. You know, with Consensus and the ETH Foundation and Vitalik selling out all his maker, like he's just playing ball everywhere. So I think ETH is never going anywhere. Way too big to fail at this point. And the corporate America is just going to keep using it. And that's fine. We have our ecosystem over here. We have our playground in the Richard Hart ecosystem, in Pulsechain, in real DeFi. You know, and this is opportunity right now. While all these coins are dipping, you know, this is when you buy. You know, I hate like when all these coins are just going parabolic. You know, I start getting messages in Discord. People say, "Hey, is it time to buy? Is it time to buy?" It's like, bro, no, you're buying into just green parabolic candles. Wait until things dip. And people don't want to do that because they think, oh God, if I buy now, it's just going to go lower and I'm going to lose all my money. Well, it's the same thing when you're buying into green candles. People are just going to sell and it's going to dip right back down and you're going to lose your money. So crypto is just never easy. You got to have a plan, be a savage, and go against the grain. Yeah. Yep. Naga dropped the ball quite literally. The grasping at straws. No one talking about P-Dye. Like, happened like 3 times now. Yeah, bro, this is normal. Like, all the charts look the same. They're all bouncing pretty much off support lines. So I'm not worried at all. You know, it is what it is. Like, nothing is going to go up forever. You know, that we had a 4-day sell-off pretty much. September 9th to like 3 days. So guys, that's all right. This one's just a little bit longer because I think we got a little bit overcooked. I mean, that's a little too parabolic. You know, so if we kind of went up like this here, I think we would have kind of chopped up, went down here, up, down, and we would have kind of hit these levels. You know, I think all the charts look the same. You can look at down, you could look at ICOSA, you can look at DAI. Let me look at P-Dye here. Let's see. So it looks like we're bouncing. Let's look at off here. So if we can bounce off of here and hold this line, it is what it is. We'll be floating around 1/10 of a penny. And now we got 100x to $1 right there. Now we got a new another like marketing campaign, 100x right now. We've made a new bottom. The dumps are out. Everyone's been rinsed. Let's make that new level up, that next level up, you know, and whether it's going to be in DAI, you know, whether it's going to be TSFI, whether it's going to be a coin like Render or Compound. You know, there's so many different plays here. You don't have to just think Atropa, PDAI, down, TSFI. Atropa is now paired with 300 different coins out here. So pretty much all these different coins, except for the ones I was talking about before, Alluvium, Quant, and which one was it? Alluvium, Quant, and like Aave were really the only couple ones that aren't dumping like Atropa, PDAI, and that kind of ecosystem. So there are coins out there that you can hold and not fall victim to the Atropa pairs. You know, it is a catch-22. It's awesome when everything's pumping because your coin's gonna get that pump. But when everything's dumping, even if people aren't buying your coin or selling it, you know, it's still gonna go down a little bit. But it's all right. It is what it is. We just have it bleed because we're all just trading back and forth with each other. Exactly, bro. Until there's new liquidity, fresh liquidity, new people coming in, a new catalyst, it's all the same money washing around back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But if you can do that and you can catch these pumps and consolidate your bags or build your bags of the coins that are the most suppressed, that are going to do the best from the bottom to the top, that's what's going to separate you from the rest. You know, if it's Wrap Bitcoin and PulseX and Uniswap that are the best three performing coins, or if it's Atropa and Teddy Bear and Chainlink, like no one knows right now, but being in those is what's going to separate you from the rest. Yeah, it did, bro. Anchor got crushed because it's got the smallest liquidity. It's got $369 in liquidity right now. So, like, literally, if all 20 people in the chat right now, if we all went in and bought $10 worth, we could send this thing pretty much to a new all-time high. I think it was like a week and a half ago. I was talking about it and a couple other of the DGen plays, and people in the chat went in and bought it. And I think it was right here. This candle right here on the 11th, on stream, it like 10x almost. So, and that's all it takes from the initial like couple $100 to couple thousand in liquidity is when you get the most violent pumps up. You know, and right now this is when you get the most coins. So, you know, I just see like rocket pools and Frax and Linqto and liquid staking being a narrative. So I just think Anchor, why not? You know, it's one of the blue chips out there that still has tiny liquidity. And I don't care if there's no way in hell there'll be any building or any use case for Pulsechain. In the casino, that doesn't matter. All that shit gets thrown out the window when you're entering the casino. It does. Exactly, bro. It makes for great trading, for being able to buy these damn dips and these pumps, you know, but the liquidity is so small, like right here at 369. That's actually hilarious. 369 bucks. That's great. The liquidity. Cal this week off WBTC. Yup. There you go, bro. Exactly. I'm stacking it too. Bro, it's $369 and the market cap is 3.6 million. But I don't know how they're getting that market cap. Oh, you know what it might be? Because something's wrong when you go and look at like the Explorer. The amount of coins is so wrong on all these different coins. Like this says what, 10 billion? And you look on ETH, a lot of them are different. So I don't know what's going on. If a lot of the coins that exchanges were holding don't have access to them. And a lot of the biggest wallet holders, like there's been no transactions at all since Pulsechain started or since it launched. And like with any coins in some of these wallets. So it's just it's the wild, wild west right now, guys. It really is. But you know, I'm out. This is Pulsechain is one of my bags, one of my bets. And then another one that I'm so bullish on is the Hedera ecosystem right now. You know what, with what Hedera is doing, you know, look at their governing council right here. Like, so I want to stack another bag outside the Richard Heart ecosystem. Like, we have the opportunity right now to buy into the Microsofts, the Teslas, the Amazons, the IBMs of the next 30, 50. Hedera wants to be around for 100 years. So if right now, if they don't even, holy shit, they filled up their entire governing council now. Wow, I didn't even realize that. There were still like 9 or 10 spots left last time I looked. But these are the biggest companies in the world. You know, IBM is doing a ton behind the scenes to get into blockchain and AI. So I want to have my portfolio stacked with these blue chip coins. And I've been researching this for 4 years now every day. And when there's certain projects out there that suck, that have been around for 2 cycles now, 3 cycles, that are going to fade away and go to zero. But there's also the ones that are going to be the winners, that are going to be the IBMs, the Microsofts, the Dells, the Amazons of 20 years from now. We're already seeing how stocks want to start trading like cryptos 24/7. The amount of money that they're losing not being able to do that is astronomical. So we're just not quite there yet. Like, Hedera is building out all of the recovery. So if with our seed phrases, we don't have to write them down on paper anymore. It's on the blockchain, and you put them in and it spreads them around and puts a couple words with 100 different people around the blockchain, and it constantly scans to make sure they're still there and they're up and running. So we're not gonna have to worry about losing our seed phrases, our decentralized or our online IDs that you KYC into one time, and it gives you access to all the different things out there. You're not KYCing a million times across all these different platforms. That's coming. You know, so that's going to bring the next million people in, not having to write a seed phrase down and have a risk of losing it. Like right now, I tell people that. So they're like, wait, so you're telling me if I buy a couple $1 million worth and I get this device, if I lose my things, it's gone forever? Yeah, well, what, dude? I don't want to do that. So there's still some things that need to be worked out. And this gives us time to accumulate the best projects out there. So in my opinion, the winners, the ones that I like from outside the Richard Heart ecosystem, are Hedera, HBAR. I love it. Like Filecoin for cloud storage. No one even realizes how big that's going to, some people do, but how big that's going to be in the future. They're partnered with Lockheed Martin. They're partnered with some huge players around the world. And Filecoin will be massive in the next 3 to 5 years. So being able to get it at $3, it ran up to 160 last cycle. So it can easily, if it gets back up there, it's a 50x from here. You know, so I hold some Filecoin too. And then Casper, another coin that I'm super bullish on. The things that they're building is unbelievable. You know, they are building, did I lose the what they just released with their mainnet? It allows developers to not have to use a test net. They can, I think it's called composability, where they can take whatever they're working on and apply it, and you run it on mainnet, and then make adjustments and change the code and not have to use testnet. And that's, she said, in 25 years, you've never been able to do that. You know, and Casper is building that out. It's a plug and play for all businesses. They're not going to have to just uproot all their systems. They can use Casper's technology and integrate it with the stuff they're using to help speed things up and bring it, you know, up to where they need to be with all their competition. What do I think HBAR is going to do? I think HBAR is going to be a top 10 project that is going to be a home run blue chip. It's going to be one of the IBMs, the Microsofts, the NVIDIAs of the crypto space. I really, really, really believe HBAR is going to be that. You know, their plan is to be here for 100 years. They're already doing millions of transactions a second, and they can do tons more. They can scale endlessly. And I already saw the stuff they're doing with supply chains where I buy a remote control, right? And I'll be able to go online and see and check it. It's going to have a RFID chip built into it, and I'll be able to see every single button where all the materials were bought from, where it was put together, where it was shipped, where it is right now in its supply chain. And I'm going to be able to do that once I go to a store. And I'll be able to scan my phone to the item, and they'll show me the entire supply chain of the product. And it's going to be for farmers, for fresh foods, for everything. So you can see, oh my God, this meat, they say it's organic, but it was actually produced in a factory in this city. Or this coffee is supposed to be from Jamaica, and I just looked and it was made in China. So the black market is going to get eliminated. Theft is going to get eliminated. So they already have this technology. It's going to get launched in the next, I would say, year at Home Depot and Lowe's. Now theft is a massive problem. They have to lock up all their power tools. So in another year or so, with these RFID chips, they're slowly integrating them into their systems now. All the electronic tools that people are stealing, they have the chips in them, and they're not going to work until you scan them at the register and it activates the systems inside of them. So I'm sure there's going to be like black market people that can maybe hack it, but I don't think so because it's on the blockchain. I don't know how you're going to get around that. So you're going to be able to now just put all these items out in public, and no one's going to be able to steal them because they're going to be worthless. They're not going to work until they're activated at the registers. And that's going to be for all things in stores. So that's millions and millions and millions of transactions that are going to be on Hedera. And their carbon, I've been talking about Dovu forever now. And it's in the Hashpack wallet. That's the best wallet for HBAR right here. One of their the companies they just partnered with is literally bringing 30 to 40 million users to Hedera. I talked about it last week on stream. I think he had it tagged up here somewhere. Well, the partner that it's the city of Busan or country of Busan, I think, and they're integrating Hedera with some of the things they have now, which are 30 to 40 million users. And then Hedera is their carbon credits. You can get it on Dovu and through Saucerswap. And Saucerswap is the Pulse X of Hedera. DeFi is in its first cycle. I was in the pre-sale for this coin. I've been in it since day one. I've been in the Discord server, talking to the team, in the AMAs. This project is as good as it comes. I was in the pre-sale early with the NFTs. It's 100% community ran and voted on. Anytime new coins, new projects want to get listed, community vote. Upgrades, anything, community vote. It's unbelievable. Like, it's actually real DeFi with Hedera. So to get all these coins, you have to swap through Saucerswap. Like, it's PulseX. So the Karate token, it's one of the fastest growing projects in all of crypto right now, with actually active users signing up and using it. Not bullshit stats, people using it. So you can gamble on the fights. There was just one last week, and I'm such an idiot. I was traveling for a bachelor party, and I didn't realize you had to send your coins in through 2 days before betting opens up. So I got it in late, and I wasn't able to bet a majority of them. So I only won like a couple thousand. So I was pissed about that, but it is what it is. So people love this app. It's growing like crazy. And then Dovu, the carbon credit app, they just got rid of Binance, Ethereum, and Polygon and migrated everything to Hedera, closed the old contract down, airdropped everybody, and the new contract came out. I bought it day one, and it's up over 320% right now from the bottom, and it just dipped a little bit. And they are actually active right now in India, and Hedera and Dovu are partnered with all of the car manufacturers in South Korea and I think Japan. No, it is South Korea. It was South Korea with Kia and there was one other one, Daewoo or something. They were the biggest car brands there to do all of their tracking for electronic cars. All of that is going to be running on Hedera. All of the carbon credit stuff is all coming. So all these countries that are indebted to the IMF, to the World Economic Forum, who purposely destroy the economies in these countries so they can come to them for bailouts. They're the lifelines, the only lifelines they have, and they have to comply with this ESG nonsense. So, you know, I just see where this is all going. I've been studying this for 4 years. So I know in all the ecosystems, the projects that have built the foundations, had the partnerships, and most importantly, been building in this bear market, growing, expanding. And that's what I want to see. And so Hedera has that. Another one, XLM. That's one that people are sleeping on. They just completely revamped their whole website. And Stellar, like, I loaded up at like 8 cents in my IRA, my long-term account. And Algorand too, another one. People are gonna make fun of me for talking about it, da-da-da-da-da. But Algorand just signed a deal to do all of the real estate for, I forget who it was with, but all the tokenized real estate. And it was a government contract, I think through like their Airbnbs or something. I forget what, but they will be on Algorand. You saw Gary Gensler shilling Algorand years ago and now shitting on it. Trust me, when there's a change in tune, like these are the times you want to buy these coins down 75%. I mean, it's at 10 cents right now. I remember selling it in last bull market at $1.30. So it's got like a 30x to get to its all-time high. And they are part of the beast right now. Chainlink, another one. Radix. I've been talking about Radix for 2 years on this channel since I started streaming. And I sold it at like, I think 2 or 3 months ago when Pulsechain first launched to put into the PRC 20s. But I have to buy a bag of this back. Ivan uses it. I was saying before Pui came out, before Aptos came out, Craptos, I said it was Radix, Pui, and Craptos. It's between those three. And I think Radix is going to take and run with it. Ivan loves it. People, they have interoperability, basically. That's what it's all about. And Radix is building it. So I'm going to probably buy into Radix with some profits from Pulsechain if it dips back down. But Stellar, guys, I'm telling you, they are a chosen one. Jeb McCaleb is now building rockets with Elon. He's in with the money launderers. You don't get there by accident or just stumble into there. Stellar, the partnerships they're making are huge. They just revamped their entire website and they're making a push. They have their Meridian conference coming up this month, the end of the month, and they have 90 different companies that the foundation has granted to develop on Stellar here. They're building massively. They're EVM compatible as of recently. Smart contracts are coming. And most importantly, they have 81,000 on-ramp locations globally. They are now MoneyGram. If you down the Lobster wallet is the app for Stellar to hold stuff and hold your coins in, and you can swap for the other altcoins. But they have 90 active grants going out with people building right now. But you don't hear that. No one talks about it. And so just Stellar, I have a huge bag of. I'm never selling it. I think it's going to be in the top 10 with Hedera in 5 years, 10 years. And I want to hold these generational type coins that are going to change my kids' life, and build them a future. Because I bought into them when everyone was telling me they were shit coins. They were going nowhere. I'm not supporting that. Well, that's fine. You can do you, but I put in the research and what Stellar is doing with payments, with peer-to-peer, it's unbelievable. And Velo is one of the altcoins in there. There's 3 altcoins I love in the XLM ecosystem in their DeFi. Velo Labs is one of them. It's like a 40x from its all-time high. And I've just been paying attention for 2 years what they've been doing. And I'm telling you guys, it's a sleeper. Between Velo, Relio is tokenizing assets, invest alongside institutional investors and fund managers. Stellar is the blockchain that's the open source public blockchain that Fidelity, Franklin Templeton, they're all launching their tokenized bonds and their tokenized mutual funds, all that stuff, tokenized real estate. It's all going on these public blockchains. All right. So Relio for tokenized assets going to be a huge narrative this cycle, I believe. And this is my favorite coin inside that narrative. No one knows about it right now. No one's talking about it. We provide SEC compliance-enabled technology to maximize liquidity through peer-to-peer transactions within a network of whitelisted investors and liquidity pools. Guys, this is the future. Open source liquidity pools. They're going to be on Stellar. They're going to be on XRP or the XRPL. And then Stronghold is the last one. So Velo, Relio, and Stronghold are my gems on the Lobster wallet. And I've been accumulating the hell out of them the last couple months. And Stronghold right here is working with who? IBM. IBM is huge in blockchain and AI right now. Yeah, Dave, I thought the same thing too. But unfortunately, I think these countries, these companies that are international, that are slaves to the IMF, to the World Economic Forum, they have to play ball to get their funding. So they have to go along with this narrative. And I don't think it's going to last more than like 5-6 years. But for this bull run, it's going to be a thing. Like Dovu is already launching in India. They're launching to partnering with South Korea. And it's coming. Our AI carbon green credit supply onboarding solution is a game changer, speeding up project documentation by weeks, if not months. Our supply pipeline is growing by the day. First credits from India soon. So Dovu, I've been talking about it for a year now, a year and a half. Dovu.earth is the website, and you can come in and you can see what they're doing. You can look at all of the farms that they're working with. Like, as much as I hate it, as I think it sucks, it's a thing. These companies, these countries, they can't not go along with it. And Dovu is one of the ones that is servicing that need that these companies are going to have to use. And I see how much it's already gone up. I've watched it at 10x last year. It just went on a crazy run in the middle of nowhere. So when I see those things and nothing else is doing anything, there's a reason behind it. And it was right when Hedera was testing millions of transactions from Atma.io and Avery Dennison on their testnet before they went live with all of it. So like all of 3M with their medical supplies, medical equipment, all that stuff is going to be on Hedera. Hedera is working with governments around the world for CBDCs. They're already in Australia with stable coins. Where is this article here? The Hedera-powered stablecoin remittance trial between Governing Council member Shinhan Bank and major Taiwanese financial institution produced some impressive metrics. Check this out. And Singapore and Taiwan, these are big rails that are going to be growing in the future. Like Ripple 2 is huge in Singapore. So look at how much money it's saving them before traditional banking hours, after 24/7. 1 to 10 days, 2.5 seconds. Settlement, remit token from dollars. So they can use anything for the remittance. That's like instant settlement. Fees, 5 cents, 20 to 30 bucks intermediary. So basically transfer fee of 3 to 40. So you're looking at $24 to $70 in fees. Now it's 5 cents. I'm telling you guys, like, I just see what they're doing, what they're building, and they just have been catching my eye. They stand out. So I don't want you guys to say in 5-10 years, God, I remember hearing about that, but I'm just on the fence. Like, I want you guys to know the coins that I'm the most, as bullish as I am on all the stuff in the Richard Hart ecosystem. I'm just as bullish on Hedera, XLM, Casper, Algorand, Sologenics, Saucerswap, the altcoins, Velo in each one of these. So Hedera and XLM, and then the 3 or 4 altcoins under each of those, and then a couple on the XRPL, but not as much, guy. I'm starting to think that Stellar is going to start to steal the thunder. that all the XRP hype and nonsense that's out there, I think Stellar is going to be the one that ends up thriving, because Swift, they don't, all the Ripple's partners that are using their software, they don't need to use XRP anymore. That's what was pissing their customers off. They were forcing them to have to settle with XRP. And yes, some of them will use it because it's phenomenal and it works well, but they now have options to settle with other stuff. I think they rebranded now to RippleNet or from on-demand liquidity, and now they can settle and use a bunch of different assets, not just XRP. So I think that's really bullish. And then what, like, Swift is not going anywhere. You know, they're still going to be a competitor. So, you know, there's people fighting for power everywhere. There's not just like this one group controlling everyone. Even I hear inside like the World Economic Forum, there's different groups inside the World Economic Forum that are all battling against each other. I mean, it's like a dog eat dog world out there. It's so cutthroat. And these people are freaking paranoid that one wrong move, one wrong thing, you piss off the wrong person, they're coming for your life. Like, you know, it's not the world I want to live in, guys. So, but I want to profit off of it. You know, I don't want to have to live in it. I don't want to have to like change my life because of nonsense that's going on in clown world. But when there's profits that are I see are 100% coming for certain coins. Like last cycle, I found HEX day one in the adoption amplifier early. You know, I was in the Matic under a penny. You know, we were in Zilliqa and VeChain did 50, 60 X's. I mean, we hit like 3 of the Solana Quant at $5. Like, we hit so many of the best performing coins that cycle. 4 of the top 10 best performing coins we hit. So how is the same research and more time in this not going to produce better results this cycle? You know, I don't think that's possible. If it is, you know what? I'm wrong and I suck, but I really am that confident. I'm so bullish on, you know, Casper too. I just see what they're building, who they're working with. The CEO is a 25-year veteran of the industry, and she built that blockchain, that enterprise solution for what she needed in her career at all her ventures, all her experience. So I don't know, certain projects just stand out, and I have the ability to identify them and have the track record of doing it. So, you know, you can, obviously it's your money, guys. You're investing in the things you believe in. And I want everyone to win. I don't want people to say, oh God, I wish. I want everyone to say, yes, we crushed it. We hit on everything. So that's all I got for tonight, guys. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow night, 11 or 10:30 p.m.